Okay, guys, welcome to another weekly market review session. Let's get straight into it. Okay, it is not financial advice. Any views, opinions, references, or assertions we may make are just our own statements that we set out, and it's just our own personal views. Okay, guys, so let's check out the charts for this week. For this week, very interesting. Like I mentioned last week, the start of August, it's a brand new month. We're going into the second month of August. Oh, sorry, second week of August. Okay. And as you saw in my previous video, I stated that markets will start coming down. I expect it to chop sideways as well. We are in due for a pullback. And guess what? Last week, markets started pulling back. Okay, so now that the pullback is here, it's happening. Look out for these key levels if you're looking to buy stocks for yourself or go in for potential trades. Okay, so let's take a look at the charts and we can have a clearer picture. Okay, so we are on the S&P 500 chart. Very nice. You can see we're on my daily chart, 1 year, 1 day. I've got my 50, 100, and 200 MA here. That's what you are looking at. Okay, this is my yellow, purple, and green line, 50, 100, and 200. And just like I told you, all right, how August tends to be, first week of the month, it tends to pull back. Looky here, we have a pullback on the SPY. Okay, now where is this coming to? Again, it is trying to come down to close this gap over here. All right, so if you can see, there is a gap over here that happened. Zoom in a little bit more so you guys can get a clearer picture. You can see there is a gap over here that happened, and that is where prices are looking to come down to. Okay, so normally when there is a gap in the stock or the market, all right, markets look to come down and cover that gap back for their prices. So we're seeing price action moving there to that point, and then from there on, where can the markets go? So my opinion, like I mentioned before, I think markets can drop some more. We are really due for a good pullback. So at least around my 50 MA. So right now, that levels are looking at about 440, all right, around 440. So around where the gap is, 443. Okay, so 440 to 443, that is the range or area that I'm looking at. Close the gap and pull back to the 50 MA. So you can see my RSI as well, also making its way down after being overbought for quite a bit. Okay, so glad that this pullback is happening. We are in a healthy market. For those who are looking to accumulate your stocks for, SPY, the overall QQQ, any ETFs or whatever, again, look out for this pullback. If it hits around the 50 MA, which is around the 440 to 443 levels, that's your first level of entry. Now, please don't go and whack, all right, or go in heavy. With this pullback, you never know, it may pull back even more to the 100. Okay, so I think it's safe to go in for your first tranche around there, right? Now, for any swing trades or bullish trades that you're looking at, again, I will only be taking them once it comes down to my 440 to 443 levels. That's where I will look at first. Okay. If you are planning to short, I wouldn't short. Like I said, this market is a bull market. We're back in a bull market. I will follow the trend. Trend is your friend. So I would ideally wait for a good pullback and then go in for my potential long trades. So that 50 MA is the first level that I'm looking at. Okay, so that's in terms of the trades. Now for QQQ, let's see how it is. Again, same thing as well. You can see it pulling back. Again, because this is tech stocks, they tend to pull back a bit more. So we can see it reaching our 50 EMA, which is around the 365 to 367 levels. That is where we can see a pullback or the levels QQQ might go to. Okay, so again, if we go back to the seasonality, guys, like I mentioned, first week of August is always the pullback. Okay, like I mentioned, first week of August, always the pullback. Okay, and then we tend to chop sideways, maybe even go a bit lower. right? So if market is going to follow this seasonality, then that's what we are expecting or looking at. So again, watch out for those levels, your 50 and 100 MA levels. Watch out on SPY for that gap. That is where we can potentially see our stocks going to. Okay, this week, not really a long video. It's just emphasization on what happened on the previous video, which is, again, I told you, markets are looking to pull back. So just be careful on your trades. And then if you're looking to accumulate stocks, wait for those levels that I mentioned. All right. Now, on Forex Factory, you can see this week, we do have important high impact events, and that's happening on Thursday and Friday, which is CPI data. All right. Consumer Price Index is coming out. Again, this is a measure of inflation. Okay, a measure of inflation. So you can see previously the inflation was 3%. All right. Right now, analysts are forecasting 3.3%. So that's an increase, guys. Right? That's an increase of 0.3%. And really, it's going to depend how market reacts to this, because if investors get spooked, or they think we're still inflation is not coming down as expected, or they get spooked by these higher numbers, it may cause volatility in the markets. Okay, so really going to be very crucial and important to see how this data pans out, because I think it will definitely be causing some volatility in the markets. Okay, and the next day we have PPI. So PPI also another data that we use to see the cost of goods, how expensive are they getting. All right. So this is for Friday. So two high impact events that you got to watch out for. For those of you who are trading, just take note of them. They are going to cause and affect the volatility in the markets. Okay. So that is for the Forex Factory and what high impact events to look out for. Now, on earnings, okay, we got some important earnings coming out this week as well. So again, if you can see, Trade Desk is announcing their earnings. Right, Trade Desk is announcing their earnings over here. You've also got Twilio as well. Okay, Twilio, another company. Celsius, okay, the stock, growth stock, made tremendous waves as well. You've got Check also releasing. Palantir, okay, Palantir, another company. Berkshire Hathaway also announcing their earnings today before market opens. You've got Lucid as well. Skyworks Technologies is here. So, yep, we're getting a pretty decent amount of companies this week also announcing their earnings. Okay, so again, this can possibly cause volatility in the markets. All right, so just be aware, earning season is still underway. We have not ended these earning seasons yet. Okay, so that's very simply it. Okay, for the market, just a quick update from last week. Nothing too in-depth or nothing too great. Just follow, as I said last week, markets are pulling back. Wait for those levels and then enter your stocks for investments. If not, then wait for those levels and you can do your longer trades. Okay, day trades still the way that I would go in this scenario. Just taking each day as it comes. That will be a lot easier in terms of your positions and managing your positions. Okay, so again, guys, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video for you guys. All right, take care, guys.